Good evening, everyone. How's it going, people? Welcome to the stream. Hello, Riley, Gabe, David, Guinea, Rude, Ethan, Luke, Retty, Mika, Michael, Buff Chicks, Winnie, Dylan, Wes, Yeetus, The Grand Play, Miss Marquise, and it's going too quickly. Jack, Amy, Si, Josh, Christina. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome. Thank you all for coming to what is an unorthodox time for me to do this pre-race stream for the Turkish Grand Prix. A bit late indeed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tired. I'm very tired. I was up quite early, didn't get a huge amount of sleep last night, and I'm up early again tomorrow. What time is it there? It is 10:31 in the evening in the United Kingdom of Great England land. Hello, Owen. Good to see you, man. Well, I thought it would be nice, you know, not everyone gets to catch my streams when I do them in the middle of the day. So, see, look, I woke Mark up. It's calm. No, it is a strange time, and don't worry, this bev is just water. Exactly, West Coast, mate. Sorting out the West Coast lot. No, I'm doing this today because I won't be in the country tomorrow, or Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, or most of Sunday. Because me and Hannah are going to Ibiza on holiday. So I wasn't initially planning on doing one of these. Not gonna lie, I was just gonna do a post race on Monday. But yeah, because we're going away, we're leaving tomorrow on holiday. So I'm getting deported. Look, it'd be my first. The last place I went overseas was at Portugal just before lockdown. Well, like in the like November, December, before lockdown. But yeah, I need a break. I need to just not think about F1 for like a few days, to be honest. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm not gonna think about F1 at all. And then what I'm gonna try and avoid any spoilers for the race, because by the time I get back late on Sunday, the race will have been done. But I'm gonna try and ignore Twitter and avoid it all. Went to Lisbon. It was very nice, beautiful place. So yeah, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. I will try my best to avoid spoilers, but we'll see. And I will still try and do a post-race on Monday. Obviously, I will have watched at least the highlights. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's why I'm streaming this today, where we talk all about the Turkish Grand Prix, round 15 of 22, probably, races this year. 21, should I say. Is it 21? I don't even know. My brain's gone. Not gonna lie. And before you miss the race of the season. Look, this season has delivered banger after banger. So if this race is race of the season, then fair enough. So be it. Thank you, Kaluga, for the 20 DKK. Much love. Much love. Appreciating it. Thank you. Yeah, we don't know. Lewis might take an engine penalty for Istanbul. But look, it was a very interesting race last year. Very, very interesting race last year. You can see the Renault livery in this image that I choose to pick. We'll see. Thank you, Govend, as well, for the 179. Did you prefer Senna or Schumacher? I liked them both. Honestly, like my expectations aren't particularly high with something like that. It's just interesting, you know. Probably Senna, but I thought Schumacher was good as well. The weather forecast. See, I've checked, and some places are saying rain, some places are saying just a bit overcast. It's probably not going to be sunny, but whether there's going to be rain or not, I guess that remains to be seen. But yeah, last season, of course, 2020 was a banger. Lewis won, secured his 7th world title in Formula One. Stroll put it on pole. Perez finished third as well. Second. I mean, it was just a mad race. Stroll was unlucky. We found out afterwards that he did get damage at the start, which massively affected his running, because obviously it was a wet race last year. Was it Max? Max spun, didn't he? Trying to get past Perez. Teammates this year. Albon was looking good at one stage and then just fell away. That's happened so many times last year. Can't lie. Bottas had an absolute shocker last year. But yeah, you know, I thought, oh no, Govind, I did mean the films. I mean, like, I've seen both and I liked both. I don't have high expectations with the films. But I preferred the Senna film over the Schumacher film. But yeah, it was an interesting race, wasn't it? Again, Lewis made it number 7. It was nice. I remember last time it was nice seeing, because Lewis was clearly going to win the title, but he kept his card so close to his chest the whole time until it was mathematically done, and this is where it happened at Turkey. Remember that. Strong weekend from Science. Gasly podium. Interesting. Yep, Vettel got it to 3rd because Charles bottled it right at the end as well, didn't he? That was a big struggle for Charles. Seb could have a very good weekend. I'm seeing good Seb vibes in chat. And he's proven it this year. He's quick in the rain. You just bumped into Gasly in Madrid. Nice. Thank you, Daniel, for the €2. Lovely guy. Why doesn't that surprise me? But yeah, Turkey was great last year. Fingers crossed it'll be a banger this year. Again, this year has delivered left, right and centre. Could be a wet race again. Could be. And generally, look, I like a wet race. You know what? I like when it's... My kind of ideal race weekend would be like wet qualifying, because then I think car difference is less of an issue. I feel like if it's like wet conditions and it's the same for like everyone, so it's like a steady drizzle, then that is the great equalizer, as they say. I'd like to see that in qualifying, and then the race to be dry and it to be like a, you know, it's a bit more of a mixed up grid then potentially, because the best drivers should be at the top, or at least those who are best in the wet. But I mean, again, it's the great equalizer. If you're good in the wet, you're a bloody good racing driver, right? But yeah, I'm glad we're going to Turkey. We thought it might not be going ahead at some stage, but travel restrictions and all that have meant that it will be going ahead. But what about my predictions? Who do I think is going to win the race? Team of the weekend, driver of the weekend, and struggle of the weekend. Ready to get mad. Get ready, get your pitchforks out. I've gone bold this weekend. I've gone bold. Bet Tommo predicts Albon podium for Turkey. Alex, it's funny you should say that. I'm joking. I didn't actually put Alex. But what I have put is Lando Norris to win the race, and Nicholas Latifi driver of the weekend, and struggle Bottas. What do you think? What do you think, everyone? Boo. 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 What are you on? Look, Lando's been very impressive in the wet. I'm anticipating that there's going to be some moisture involved. So I'm saying Lando will win. I'm saying the Williams boys will do well. But I'm saying Nicholas, he's got his new power unit. Remember, he took the engine penalty last week, or last race, at Russia. And I think if it rains, I think we could be seeing a good top 10 finish for Nicholas Latifi. Just saying. And then Bottas, I'm sorry, Valtteri, but it's hard to look past how badly it went last year. And again, if it does rain, I've looked at a few different weather reports. I'm going to say it's going to rain, okay? I have no idea. I'm not a meteorologist or a whatever the correct person is for that role. But Williams have looked good in the rain. You know, George put it, you know, top 3 twice in the rain. Latifi put it in a Ferrari sandwich in one of those races and was looking good, even at Zandvoort when it wasn't raining. Yeah, I got it right. Sick. If you jinx Lando, you have to quit. No, so many people have said the same thing. Why am I so special that my jinx is more powerful than everyone else's? A rainographer. Thank you, Astro, for the €5. Ferrari with the new PU will do well, potentially. I mean, Carlos Sainz did a great job last weekend. I think there's you can make, you know, Aston Martin, you know, Stroll put it in pole. You know, he's good in the rain. Seb's looked very good in the rain this year, so you could definitely make an argument for Aston Martin being up there. You can make an argument for Ferrari, for McLaren, for Mercedes, for everyone. You know what I mean? You could make a compelling argument for most teams doing well. Williams, the only ones, Raikkonen did a good job. Like, he came in P8 in the end. Carlos didn't have a new PU last weekend. That is true. Aston Martin with that bloody brake duct. What a load of faff over a bloody brake duct. But anyway, as for your predictions, although I mean, the tables have changed. Obviously, I mean, I'm assuming they have, because I collated these like half an hour ago. You've predicted that Max will win, that Ferrari will be team of the weekend, that Charles will be driver of the weekend, and Yuki Tsunoda will be struggle of the weekend. Jimmy, you go to bed, all right? You don't live in the shed now, so you can go to bed whenever you like. Don't have to worry. Stick the old heating on, mate. It's getting cold. What the hell is a Chinwag? Come on, Jill, Hill, however it's pronounced. It is not past my bedtime yet. But yeah, you lot are saying Max to win. 53%. Only 23% of you have said Lewis is going to win. Interesting. It's a big gap. Big old juicy gap. And then Norris, 6%. Ferrari, team of the weekend, 40% of the vote with Red Bull. 27, Ferrari 12. And then the driver of the day, well, yeah, I think, to be fair, Charles did look very good. He was coming through the field well. He was on for a really good result if he just pitted at the right time at Russia. He did a Lando. They both absolutely cocked up big time on that. Gasly, Norris. Mate, you know I rate Pierre. You know I rate Pierre Gasly. Oh, Ferrari have 40 and 12%. I'm tired, okay? I'm tired, forgive me. What was the actual other one? I knew I was going to make a mistake in one of these graphics. Team of the weekend. Right, let's have a look. We've got the percentages have changed massively. Hang on, let me quickly update the percentages. Loads more votes came in. Ferrari is still ahead, but not by much. Right, your predictions. So Ferrari have gone down from 40 to 25%. They're not 5%, you twat, 25. And then Red Bull, 24%. And the McLaren, 23%. You lot can't make your bloody mind up, I tell ya. You can't make your mind up. And let me save this. Boom, 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 boom. And now it's updated. There you go. If you want to vote on any of these, obviously you need to be subscribed. I put a community post out before these live streams. Also follow me on Twitter. I always put them out on Twitter. But yeah, I really, really, really hope. I need Yuki to have a good race before the end of the year. He's got 7 opportunities to have a good weekend before the end of the season, and I really want him to have a good weekend. I really do. I feel so bad for Yuki. I really, really want him to have a good weekend. Why would Perez struggle? Considering the last Turkish GP, well, he's clearly not in a car he's as comfortable in as he was in the pink Mercedes. That's a factor, but yeah, I mean, I expect Perez will do a half decent job. Tony, you should care about him. I can't believe you don't care about him. Will track be slippery? It depends if it rains or not. We'll see. If it's a bit greasy, the weather reports aren't looking great. Like, it's looking overcast minimum, rainy maximum. We'll say Mr. Ponk Mercs. Those were the days. Those were the days. But yeah, this is what you lot are saying. I still think I'm right. But anyway, right. Let's finish the stream by talking about all the drivers. Respect Bottas, Tommo. Okay. Yeah, I do respect the man. But also he spun about 6 times in the rain here last season, so why would I have any confidence in him this year? Just saying. Freddie, it's -5 degrees. Jeez. Really? I don't think it's that cold, is it? Or are you somewhere else in the world? Is that Glock? Too much respect for Sonoda. I just want him to do well. I like the lad. And he needs a good performance, Yuki. But anyway. Lewis Hamilton. Lewis always finds a way. I still think if I had to put money on it, which I'm not confident enough to put money on it, if I had to bet on who would win the title this year, I would still bet on Lewis, because Lewis just finds a way. He always does, apart from in 2016. He couldn't find a way that year. But he did have rotten luck. Yeah, I think Lewis will find a way, and I think this is the kind of race where I could just see him pulling out good points, where maybe the Mercedes isn't as quick as the Red Bull. It was one of them that Max. Well, we'll talk about Max in a bit. Actually, no, I'll talk about Max now. Max last year was really good, but Turkey was just one of them where I was just like, Max, you didn't need to go for that gap that was never there alongside Perez. Spun, and that just ruined his race. Then he fell behind Albon. It's like, geez, Max, how can you be like? That's how badly it went. It just makes it easy to deal with by just embracing the joke. But yeah, I think that was one of Max's weaker races last year. Definitely showed a bit of just wrong move, wrong time. You know what I mean? Given the conditions last year. But yeah, I could still see Lewis sneaking good points here, even if he's not necessarily having the strongest weekend. Exactly. It was a madness there last year. But yeah, Perez P2 last season. We know in that Racing Point he was a different animal to what we're seeing in Perez this year. In a car that he's clearly not as comfortable in. Clearly. again, I really hope it's a good weekend for Perez. He was decent last weekend. Had a really good race, I thought. You know, was unfortunate to lose out in the rain. If it hadn't have rained, he'd probably have been in the podium position, probably have been P3. So, solid result. And yeah, Bottas, obviously, yeah, absolute shocker this time last year at Turkey. Look, listen, I hope he doesn't have another one, but if it rains, then he's going to be feeling a lot of pressure, and it could go one or two ways. But again, just there's always been the hope that when's Valtteri going to have a really good weekend, and it's just never quite materialised, you know. He never tried to overtake him. Come on, Rudes. Watch it back, mate. Why is he alongside him then? Silly. Come on, behave. It's not a false narrative. Watch the clip, mate. Jesus. It's clear as day. If you didn't want to make the overtake, then just pull in behind him. Come on, behave. But yeah, Ferrari's probably be onto a good thing. I feel like Ferraris will be decent. Again, Charles has got his new engine. I don't know what Carlos is doing engine-wise. I don't know. I'm not sure. Science penalty, PU, yeah. Is that already confirmed? But yeah, Ferraris could be in a good place. I mean, Science is very, very good in the wet, but obviously if he's starting at the back, then we'll see. But obviously, they might be good. But how about the McLarens? Will the McLarens be even better? Lando's looked very, very good in the wet. Very, very, very good in the wet. Ricciardo qualified and still quite a way off Lando. Quite a way off. We'll see. I've seen a few people saying about some Red Bull special livery, but I can't see that happening. If it does, then sweet. Thank you, Adam, for the 279 Canadian. Stroll P1. Could he do it again? Could Sir Lancelot do it again in the changeable conditions? Would love to see it. Would love to see it. But yeah, I'm not expecting much from Daniel this weekend, but I am expecting a lot from Lando Norris. Come on, Sam. You can do it. Sebastian Vettel, also, definitely top 5 qualifying is a reasonable shout, I think. He's looked good in the wet. He's getting used to that car. I think more and more every race. You see he's getting a bit more comfortable. The results haven't been fantastic, but there's been a lot of context, like Zandvoort, he got blocked in qualifying. You know, he only just missed out. Didn't he only just miss out on Q3 by like a thousandth of it, or like super fine margin in Russia? Or am I thinking of something else, maybe? But yeah, Seb's looking decent. And again, Stroll can pull out these worldies. Absolute worldies. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully again, love to see it. Thank you, Reddit, mate. I appreciate it. I do my best to make the graphics look. You know what I mean? Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jonathan, for the 2 Aussie dollars. George Russell super qualifier performance. I mean, again, George just looked good in the wet. We'll get onto him. Don't you worry. Alpines. Not expecting much from the Alpines. I don't think that car's looked particularly exceptional in the wet, but if anyone's going to pull out a result, it's Alonso. Alonso's definitely on the front foot at the minute. Ocon had this kind of first, 5-6 races of the year, but since then Alonso's definitely been performing better, particularly in the races. Qualifying's like 8-7 to Alonso now. I think. Yeah, 8-7. I think it is. I can't even remember. It's close. They're the closest teammate battle anyway, in qualifying anyway. And they're pretty close points wise. Obviously, Ocon helped by that win. Alonso's definitely been the more consistent for sure. Again, stupidly impressive. Stupidly impressive. And again, yeah, Alonso can pull it out in the wet for sure. What if Alpine pull it out of the bag next season and Nada gets a third? He wants a championship, Will. That's what he wants. He wants a championship, mate. He wants championship number 3 at the Enstone-based team. AlphaTauri, again, Yuki, please have a good weekend, please. Seeing him continue to struggle is a difficult watch. I'm not going to lie. I really like Yuki Tsunoda. You know, again, he was my favourite F2 driver last year. I was rooting for him above anyone else. And it's just not quite happened, has it? Thank you, Ian, mate, for the 5 Canadian. Catching Tommo live from the west coast of Canada. What a great day. Appreciate it, man. How do you find your mystery YouTuber? Good question. Well, sometimes I ask on Twitter. Sometimes I'll just put a post out for suggestions. But also I do try and follow like F1 YouTube, and I love YouTube. Like when I'm not making videos, I'm watching other people's videos. So I try and, you know, get an idea of who's making good stuff, and yeah, just try and share the love, you know. Suggest some additional content creators to people. I'll try my best, but yeah, appreciate it, Ian. Thank you very much, mate. Also, I should be in the next year Vancouver. That'll be fun. But I don't really know what's in Vancouver. I have to look into it. Have I seen the trophy for this weekend? No, I haven't, but I've seen the trophy from last year, so I'm guessing it's the same trophy. Although I remember it being cool, but I can't actually remember how it looks. We'll see. But yeah, Tsunoda, Yuki, you can do it. Pierre Gasly, he's actually not been great last couple of races. But his actual drive in Russia was good. But the team strategy, AlphaTauri's strategy, was so bad. Was so bad. Literally every single team on lap like 50 was either telling the driver to come in or like saying, you should probably come in, mate. And AlphaTauri were like, nah, it's gonna dry up. Just keep on the slicks, mate. Yeah, it's fine. It's basically sun out there, mate. It's basically Magaluf. Don't need no inters. See, calm, don't worry. Oh no, everyone's spinning off. Put Yuki on softs for 1 lap. Man, that was just so bad from AlphaTauri. And, you know, Pierre wasn't happy, and I don't blame him. You know what I mean? All that work goes in, and just such an appalling strategy call, given that everyone's got the same weather information to go from. It's an L. It's an L. Exactly. Even Pierre said, didn't deserve points. Yeah, but yeah, Pierre wasn't happy after qualified and didn't end up. You know, I gotta be like, when Pierre's not happy, like he lets, like, everyone knows about it. You know what I mean? He doesn't mince his words. And you can imagine when he was at Red Bull, you know, as things weren't going his way, I reckon that side of Pierre came out a bit, and maybe that contributed to why he, you know, burnt a few bridges, because it was, yeah, not great. Alfa Romeo, I mean, Kimi Räikkönen pulled it through, didn't he, into the points. Went with the early pit stop, pitted on lap 47, which is the same lap Bottas did. Jumped up big time into the points. Alfa needed those points, and I'm sorry, I still think Giovinazzi's not done enough. He just, you know, there were those brief little glimpses, Q3s. Oh, sick. Monza, Zandvoort, go on, Gio. And then the races just fell away, and it wasn't always his fault, but at the same time, it's not done enough, you know? Thank you, Akash, for the $9.99, mate. Big up, appreciate it. Sitting in LA airport, waiting to catch a flight. Perfect time for a Tommo Chinwag. Keep up the awesome content. Really hope Gasly gets an unexpected good points or podium result this week. Thank you, Akash. Much love, mate. See, look, all the West Coast out here. Love it. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope Gasly, you know I like Pierre. You know I've got a place in my heart for Pierre Gasly. Again, it's the whole kind of, retribution. The whole kind of Phoenix from the Ashes story that I'm just a bit of a sucker for. But yeah, Kimi, good, as long as he's not driving into his teammate or other drivers. But again, Kimi did manage that. I'm sorry, I still think it's funny that like he missed those 2 races literally. Like he now, I wouldn't put it past him that he was like, oh, I've got a positive COVID test. I'm going to announce my retirement now, so I have to miss the next 2 races so that it becomes old news and I don't get asked about it. Wouldn't surprise me. The race is in 5 days. Yes, but I'm going on holiday tomorrow, so I won't be here to talk about it. To anyone who wasn't here earlier, that's why I'm streaming this now, because I'm going on holiday tomorrow. Okay, Williams, again, I've already said I think they're going to have a good weekend. George has been exceptional in the rain in that Williams. Latifi's also done a good job. Latifi new power unit. King Latifi, I'm saying Latifi P6. Why not? Why not? How will I live without the Grand Prix? You'll have to manage. And then Schumacher Mazepin. They're drivers. I don't know what to say, because they're not in a battle with anyone apart from each other. So hopefully they have a good car next year. Anyway, what's the forecast? Again, I think the weather's going to be overcast or maybe a bit of rain, but we'll see. Hopefully rain, qualifying, dry race. That's what I want. But yeah, we're done. We are done, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Let that carry on. It's been fun. It's been fun. I haven't even looked at my fantasy league yet, to be honest. I'm gonna have a look at that tonight. But yeah, to anyone who's just turned up, the reason I'm streaming now is because I'm going on holiday. I'm going to Ibiza tomorrow until Sunday. So I'm actually gonna miss the race, but I'm gonna try and watch it when I get home and not get any spoilers. But the chance of that happening is pretty minimal. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna watch it. So I do have Now TV with Sky Sports and obviously Channel 4 broadcast it, but I don't know how late I'm getting back on Sunday. We'll see. But yeah, that's why I'm doing this stream now. So you won't see me on Saturday for qualifying because I will be getting a tan / turning into a lobster. I will be getting burnt on the beach probably, but I've got factor 30, so I'm sure I'll be fine. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I just want to switch off, to be honest. Just want to switch off. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I appreciate you all taking the time. I'm gonna go to bed now because I'm very tired. You may be able to tell. You probably can tell. But thank you all for coming again. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for just being here for the chat. And thank you to everyone from the West Coast who typically misses out on these streams for making an appearance. I do appreciate it. But yeah, cheers everyone. enjoy the race, have a good weekend, stay hydrated, be good, be happy, be nice. And I'll see you all on Monday for the post-race of the greatest Turkish Grand Prix of all time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe, probably not. Adios, everybody. Goodbye.